something special is going to happen. That is the best feeling in the world.
AGT, Tuesday on NBC and Peacock.
Live from News 7 KWWL, we've got you covered. This is KWWL News at 6.
Tonight at 6, holiday weekend travel in Iowa. The message from the Iowa State Patrol to keep yourself and others safe on the road.
They were inspired how the community did come together to try and make impactful changes.
Plus, a mural highlighting diversity in the Cedar Valley. And recruiting more emergency workers in one eastern Iowa community. The special event underway right now to help save lives. Well, Memorial Day weekend is officially here, and so is the first Friday Lou of the season in downtown Waterloo. Thanks so much for joining us, everyone, for the news at 6. I'm Elizabeth Kling, and Storm Track 7 Chief Meteorologist Mark Schnackenberg is live in Lincoln Park this evening. Mark, we know that event got underway just a short time ago. You're there to help them get the party started, right?
Yeah, we've got great conditions out here. If you're coming out, because this will continue to about 9:30. You probably want a sweatshirt or a light jacket because once the sun goes down, it'll get a little cool. But right now, it's okay. Dry conditions, no winds. The dead presidents are singing, and we've got all kinds of food that you can think of. Food and drink, it is all over the place. If you're looking for something to do tonight, this evening, come on down. Weather-wise, it is fantastic outside, not just in Waterloo, but area-wide. Temperatures are running in the 60s and low 70s. We have sunshine across much of the region. The clouds are to the west. There are a couple of spotty showers to the west, and we may see a sprinkle or two, but that should be about it. We should be good with temperatures dropping down into the 50s here as we head through the evening hours once the sun goes down. And then your weekend, well, upper 60s, low 70s, little peak of sunshine, a bit more on Sunday. Therefore, temperatures will be a little bit warmer, but the wind is low, humidity level is low, and we've got a really nice weekend and no big storms to worry about. We'll talk about the 7-day forecast and see if there is some warmer weather to make it feel more like summer coming up in just a little bit.
All right, Mark, thanks. Well, as is always the case, lots of people will be traveling for Memorial Day weekend, and we can expect to see more drivers and more law enforcement on the road as well. KWWL's Tara Konechny is live in Dubuque with the efforts to keep the roads safe for everyone. Tara.
Well, Iowa State Patrol is ramping up enforcement, adding extra troopers to highways and major roadways, all in an effort to keep drivers and passengers safe. Trooper Bob Conrad with the Iowa State Patrol says they're already seeing an uptick in traffic, and it's only expected to get busier through Monday. He says this holiday weekend may be a good time to practice the hands-free bill that will go into effect in Iowa July 1st.
Also, when we talk about fatalities on Iowa roadways, one of the things that's coming as of July 1 is a law change. And with the law change is going to be the hands-free bill that passed. And so as that goes into law, it's estimated it could save up to 6 lives a year just in the state of Iowa alone. So people need to start thinking about that. I would tell you or challenge you to practice good habits right now.
That law will prohibit drivers from having a device in their hands while operating a vehicle. There will be a 6-month warning period for drivers when that law goes into effect. And this weekend, though, Trooper Conrad urges drivers to slow down and watch out for road construction.
Know that it's going to take longer. Realize we are getting into road construction season, and we all know what that means. It means some more delays. It means slowing down. It means being safe. Watch out for the safety of those road construction workers as well. There might not be many working during this weekend, but just be aware of those situations.
He emphasized patience this weekend with more people on the road to avoid road rage incidents and accidents. And before you hit the road, take a few minutes to check out that your car is in safe working condition. That includes testing your brakes, inspecting your tires, and making sure your windshield wipers are working. And if you are celebrating the holiday this weekend, the Iowa State Patrol warns people to not get behind the wheel impaired. Live in Dubuque, Tara Konechny, News 7 KWWL.
Very important reminders there for sure. Thanks, Tara. For the first time since 2019, someone in Iowa has been diagnosed with measles. The Iowa Department of Public Health says the virus has been found in an adult in central Iowa. It is the first confirmed case in Iowa since 2019, and Iowa is now one of 31 states to report a case of measles. With more than 1,000 cases reported altogether nationwide, public health officials are reaching out to those who may have been exposed. Well, 2 people, including a teen, are in custody following an incident after a graduation ceremony in Cedar Rapids last night. Police say a 16-year-old was spotted breaking a vehicle's windshield at the DoubleTree by Hilton Hotel around 9 p.m. They were taken into custody for interference with official acts, along with a woman who was also charged with assault. Happening right now, the LaPorte City Fire Department is trying to recruit volunteers for fire and EMS services in the community. And KWWL reporter David Warrington joins us live from tonight's event with more on this important effort. David.
Elizabeth, volunteer fire and EMS services are critically important to small towns like LaPorte City in order to make sure they keep their citizens safe. Now tonight, they're looking to add some additional members to those volunteer departments. Now, LaPorte City Assistant Fire Chief Mike Shield tells me that like many small communities, they've been struggling with numbers on their volunteer fire and EMS services. Tonight, people have the opportunity to see the equipment they'd be working with, talk to people currently doing the job, and overall get a feel for the job that they'd be doing. He also told me that they're especially looking for people on the EMS side, a position that he explains can be difficult to fill.
Especially in rural departments, getting help for EMS is extremely hard. It's not a job that everyone can do. It takes a pretty special mindset to be able to see the kinds of things that we see and deal with.
But he tells me that it is a critically important position, and while he's grateful for the help provided by surrounding agencies, he says having an ambulance fully staffed and ready to help in town right away can be the difference between life or death in an emergency situation. And the event is just getting underway within the past several minutes. If you're in the area and interested, you have plenty of time to get here and see what is going on here at the event. It does run until 8 o'clock tonight, so you still have a couple of hours. Live in LaPorte City, David Warrington, News 7, KWWL.
They have plenty of people stop by and check it out. Thanks, David. Well, the swimming season is open this weekend in Cedar Rapids officially, although it may not be warm enough. The Knoll Ridge Aquatic Center will be open to the public in addition to city splash pads. A full schedule and pool hours can be found right now on the city's website. And more discussion about opening the city pool in Strawberry Point will be held next week in a special meeting. The City Council is meeting Tuesday, and the city has considered closing the pool due to costs and lack of use. But the council will consider a resolution that would open the pool July 1st and keep it open through August 10th. The meeting begins at 6, and they say the public is welcome to attend. New tonight, the school year is starting to wind down in what was a first for several districts in central Iowa that implemented a 4-day school week. Martinsdale St. Mary's chose to go to the 4-day week after struggling to fill 15 open positions in the district. After 1 year, school officials are giving the plan an A+, they say. Running longer school days from Tuesday through Friday allowed teachers to shave off about 40 work days and cut the length of time students were in school. They say that it created a better learning environment for everyone.
Extends their weekend into Monday, so they're having Saturday and Sunday to spend with their family, and then Monday to prepare for the week.
All of our professional development has been on one Monday of the month. So we don't have early outs, we don't have a random day off for professional development.
Well, teachers say that the number of failing students in the district dropped by 25% from the previous year, and discipline referrals were down by 75%. Well, for the first time in 5 years, a mural is up in downtown Waterloo showcasing diversity in the community.
2, 3.
Diversity is our strength!
Well, city crews finished up the work today of reinstalling it. They put it up near East Park Avenue and Mulberry Street. Ribbon cutting was held within the past hour, dedicating it after storm damage forced it to come down in the summer of 2020. Main Street Waterloo Executive Director Jessica Rucker explains how the idea of the mural first came about 5 years ago.
The mural was created back in 2020 after some UNI students in the IDS major were inspired by the 24/7 Wall Street article that came out naming Waterloo and Cedar Falls the worst community for blacks in America. They were inspired how the community did come together to try and make impactful changes, and they wanted to celebrate that, and they wanted to celebrate the diversity of the Cedar Valley.
She says the mural is meant to blend visuals of digital storytelling together, helping celebrate the people and cultures that have shaped Waterloo for generations. This Memorial Day, the city of Iowa Falls is remembering local heroes who gave the ultimate sacrifice fighting for our freedom. A new Veterans Museum is opening there with plenty of stories and history to share. The Heartland Military Museum features the multiple wars and conflicts that Iowans have served in through the years, and stories like that of Polly Glyer, who worked as a Red Cross nurse during World War II.
I would say she was a Spitfire, and she was really good with people and very knowledgeable and beautiful woman. And so I think the troops enjoyed just even looking at her.
The museum will open for the first time tomorrow, and admission there is free. Well, the contest put on by the Iowa Association of Business and Industry to find the coolest thing made in Iowa is now down to 4. Among those still in the running are Viking Pump's CHC chocolate pump in Cedar Falls. Other products are from companies in West Bend, Ankeny, and Red Oak as well. The final round of voting is open until June 3rd at the website you see here at the bottom of the screen. The winner will then be announced on June 11th. Well, a Cedar Falls woman is cashing in $500,000 thanks to winning the Iowa lottery. Sarah Ramirez bought a scratch ticket at the Hy-Vee on University Avenue and later found out that she had won that top prize, becoming just the 6th person to do so since the Mega Bucks game began in September. Still ahead, more tariff threats now targeting the EU and also iPhones. How high the tariffs could go if the president doesn't get what he wants. And as we head to break, a live look at the view in New Hampton. Your forecast is coming up after this.
Just keep going. Thank you. And there won't be any sirens in my live shot, in my weather here.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Elizabeth Kling. President Trump is threatening tariffs against Apple and the European Union. He wants a 50% tariff on the EU that would go in effect June 1st. But the White House hopes that this leads to more serious talks about getting a trade deal done. A 25% tariff against Apple and other smartphone companies is also on the table if they choose to not make their products in the U.S.
There is no tariff if they build their plant here. Now, if somebody comes in and wants to build a plant here, I can talk to them about a little bit of a delay. It would be more. It would be also Samsung and anybody that makes that product. Otherwise, it wouldn't be fair. So anybody that makes that product.
Well, the pause on reciprocal tariffs the president ordered back in April is set to expire coming up on July 9th. According to a court filing today, Boeing will pay the Justice Department more than $1 billion to avoid prosecution for 2 deadly 737 MAX jet crashes. Boeing will also work to strengthen its safety and compliance programs as part of the settlement and provide payments to families of the victims. A judge, though, still has to approve the deal. And the FDA is advising anyone currently using allergy medication to continue to do so. Stopping suddenly, they say, could lead to a severe reaction. The agency says that people who quit using medications like Zyrtec after long-term use reported severe itching. The FDA wants manufacturers to add this new side effect warning to future packaging. And the showdown between the president and Harvard University is escalating. A federal judge is now temporarily halting Trump's attempt to ban international students from enrolling there. An action Harvard says is politically motivated.
This is extortion. It's a vendetta using all powers of the government because of a political argument with Harvard.
And they have $52 billion as an endowment. They have $52 billion. And this country is paying billions and billions of dollars and then gives student loans and they have to pay back the loans. So Harvard's going to have to change its ways.
The Department of Homeland Security this week removed the university's student and exchange visitor certification after it failed to turn over records of foreign students requested by the administration. And singer and musician Billy Joel has been diagnosed with a brain disorder, forcing him to cancel all remaining dates on his current tour. Joel's team says that the condition has caused issues with his vision, hearing, and also balance, and now he wants to focus on fully healing. All right, let's take a live look right now at the U.S. Capitol on this Friday evening. Your storm track forecast is coming up in just a few moments.
Well, it's a pretty nice evening out there, and we expect to see this to be the same thing tomorrow, same thing on Sunday, and same thing on Monday. Maybe not as much sunshine some days, but the temperatures will be pretty similar. Humidity level is going to be low, and the wind is going to be on the light side. As we look outside in Dubuque, where we have lots of sunshine, we haven't seen the clouds increase just yet. This is the National Mississippi River Museum and Aquarium. A beautiful evening to go take a walk along the river there. 66 degrees current temperature in Dubuque, and the wind is light and will remain that way through the overnight hours and into the day tomorrow. So maybe a bonfire, fire pit. Don't have to worry about all that smoke blowing around. Wind remains light. We'll do it again here tomorrow. So yes, a lot of people out camping. You don't want any wind or really strong gusty wind with the rain. We don't have any of that, but we do have some rain in the western part of the state. Here in eastern Iowa, as you saw in Dubuque, it's sunny, but we're starting to see some clouds in our western counties here. Air still fairly dry. What will happen is this rain here is going to fall apart and move towards the southeast. So south and west of 380, there may be an isolated shower or sprinkle. Now, here's Interstate 35 here, so we're still a ways away before any of that even gets here. And some of this is actually reaching the ground, so there are a couple of raindrops there, and we may see a couple of those in our southwestern counties here as we head through the evening into the overnight. Outside of that, pretty quiet conditions across much of the region. Once that passes on by or falls apart, we will not have to worry about anything when it comes to rain here this weekend. But it is going to be cooler than normal. The upper air pattern showing not much change. Temperatures expect to be upper 60s and low 70s around here all the way through a good part of next week. As we get towards end of next week into the weekend, the pattern does change a little bit. We now start to see warmer temperatures move into the picture, and that means maybe some low 80s here for next weekend, but not this weekend. This evening, clouds. Again, there's that spotty shower. That's a possibility across our southwestern counties overnight. A couple of raindrops, that should be about it. Northeastern counties may even be clear for a good part of the night, while the day tomorrow, look for a lot of clouds. But temperatures not too bad, and the wind will be light. Humidity level is low, but notice there's a whole lot of cloud cover here through the day tomorrow. So mostly cloudy sky, a couple of sprinkles or a raindrop in our southwestern counties here. Temperatures anywhere from 40 to 49, warming into the 60s here tomorrow. Again, a lot of clouds. There will be a little ray of sunshine in the afternoon, but not a sunny afternoon. I do think we'll see more sunshine on Sunday, and therefore our temperatures will be a little bit warmer, getting into the upper 60s and low 70s. Very comfortable. As we look towards Monday, Memorial Day, temperatures will be close to 70 degrees. And your 7-day forecast does bring a chance for some rain showers here into the picture on Tuesday. A little cooler temperatures, and there's your warm-up by the end of next week into the upper 70s.
Testing 1, 2, 3. All right, hello. Hey. Look comfortable outside for Schnack. Yeah. Oh, he's going back? Oh, yeah, yeah.
Now, KWWL Sports.
There's great weather and great performances on day 2 of the Coed State track meet at Drake Stadium in Des Moines. Mark Woodley has the latest from the Blue Oval.
Sunny skies shone down on the big blue oval, and it kept on shining as Tipton blazed the track in under 4 minutes 8 seconds in the 2A 1600 medley relay, giving anchor Noelle Steinas state title number 10, while a year made all the difference for North Fayette Valley's Hannah Schroeder. Last year a runner-up, she fired the discus 132 feet to shoot to the top this time.
I've been working so hard all year, and last year I placed second, so I knew this year was my year that I could do it.
In the 3A 4x200, it's a title for Marion as Abby Cave anchored them to a victory. Center point Urbana's Nathan Miller went 51.04 seconds in the 400 hurdles to top the record held by Greg Offerman of Charles City, which stood for 20 years.
Just looking at the record boards, just looking at his name, it just really is unbelievable seeing that I broke his record. You know, I never thought I'd be able to do what I've done, so.
Clear Creek Amana's Landon Prince tossed the shot over 60 feet, adding that to the discus title that he won on Thursday. It's a long jump title for Waverly Shell Rock's Rylan Peters after a leap of 22 feet 6 inches sealed the victory.
I've been working all season towards it. Got my student section up in the stands helping me out. I knew I just had to pull through and get a good jump on the board, and that's what we did. And just came and compete.
And in the 1600 medley, Quentin Nauman didn't just compete, he dominated, running the fastest 800 anchor leg in Iowa history, 1 minute 47 seconds to lead Western Dubuque to a title, which also came with some trash can assistance.
Yes, it is for me. I am known for throwing up, especially after that hard of a race. These boys got me in a great position for me to catch, and 147 speaks a lot.
In Des Moines, Mark Woodley, News 7, KWWL.